Alrighty, traders. Good morning. Thursday, June 12th. Today, guys, I'm shorting everything. Changing up the strat a little bit. I did a lot of reflecting yesterday and this morning and in my sleep. A lot of reflecting over the last month. And because of the chop that pennies have been getting, a lot of traders have been getting chopped out. What I'm going to start doing, which I should have done to begin with, is putting the stops at abnormal ranges. So my stops keep getting pretty much taken out, and I've said it before many times where the stop should be at levels that not pretty much sitting right at resistance, right? I mean, because more times than not, they're going to jump up there. Just another Mike in the building. Good morning, Mike. How are you doing? How's your trading going? This week has been crap. Yeah, I mean, this week has been... it's been fairly sideways here, and it's been very choppy. So I'm switching things up. I'm going to be hitting some euphoria. Like on this, for example, CGTL. We see this spiking up, straight up. I'm going to start hitting these things, and rather than waiting for the exact perfect entry. On these spikes, I'm just going to be starting to hit them, and I'm going to start with feeler positions, and I'm going to adhere to good risk management. You lost 300. What were you trading this morning? So just another Mike haven't. Welcome to the green team for one. Yeah, this market's been not the funnest. It's been causing a lot of headaches, and there's been a lot of blow-ups that I've seen the last week or two. A lot of blow-ups. So, I mean, I said yesterday, Mike, that if you're just surviving in this market, you're doing well, and I'm sticking to that. I really believe that. Yeah, the new era helium ticker's not loading for me right now. Yeah, if you're just surviving, man, in this market, you're among the 10% in my opinion. I saw some chat rooms pumping some tickers up yesterday, like the, what was it, I'm losing connection. Wi-Fi is giving me problems. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Yeah, I hate to hear that, man. It's just this market's been so nuts. The summer market's been nuts. NEHC, so you're not getting a lot of continuation on some of these. And I certainly, the last month, have been getting chopped out. So, did a lot of reevaluating yesterday, and what I'm going to be doing is shorting into a lot of these pops here today and sizing into them. If Barron's in here, it's going to be a little similar to Barron style. I'm looking for just the tickers that are inflated. We're seeing level. Honestly, two tickers this week came to mind. It was PHAT a few days ago. The thing went up to like, it went from $5 to $12. Barron in here, yes. Barron, you've been on my mind. It was PHAT where my gut was screaming take a short, but I was like, no, I don't do that anymore. And then XTIA yesterday was screaming at my gut. My gut, the combined experience over the years was saying take a short, but I was like, nah, too risky. Dude, I've been trading like, in my mind, the easy stuff. That has not been easy. When they start appearing easy, they just have not been easy. I'll be honest, like I've been getting crushed on that. Trying to take the easier plays. I'm done. Yesterday, I was reflecting for a long time. My wife was like, "What? Is something wrong with you?" I'm cooking some dinner, and I'm just quiet. I'm like in deep thought, thinking, "What is going on?" I've been waiting for good entries, and the good entries have turned into chop, and I've been getting stomped out at bottoms and tops. So what we're doing different here today, Barron, I'm shorting the XTIAs of the world. I'm flipping the script, man. I'm going back to the old ways. I used to be shorting these things. The problem was back in the day that I would not really have good risk. I would kind of marry the ticker and it would have to work. So this time around, what I'm going to be doing on these XTIAs is I'm going to be starting a position. It's going to be like really small. So I'm going to be realizing profits. I'm thinking like on something like this, it's going to be 10, 10, 10. Something along those lines. Let me know your thoughts, Baron. But I'm going to be starting them small, and the risk for my small account that I'm probably going to have to top off here soon is going to be like 20 or 30 bucks. But the win rate's going to go up. There's going to be some losers you get. When you get the XTIAs of the world that go up to 10 bucks, you're going to take a bigger hit. I'm going to try to realize a lot of profits, so it's going to be like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm going to be hitting a lot of profits, like hitting $10, $10, $10, and grinding the way up to $100, $200 days. But when you get a loser, it's going to probably cost 3 or 4 winners. That's the problem with these things. So that's the plan moving forward. I'm going to be looking for some of these on the short side. RSLS, looking for a short at market open, pop and drop style. Yeah, I was looking at this one too. We did a little fake out breakout this morning and started pulling back. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning, you guys. We gotta reassess, if things aren't necessarily working out, and that's the nature of trading. You're always evolving and trying to do what's in the best interest of your account. So with RSLS, I'm seeing a little support down here, 295, under $3, but RSLS came out with news. They signed an exclusive distribution agreement with Recon Supply to access the VA and DoD markets. Always the PRs are exclusive. RSLS has been around for a long time. You just gotta have the ultimate stop noticing enjoyer. Yeah, I know it's easy to go deer in headlights when you're shorting into the euphoria, but I'm gonna really focus in on. I think I've been extra focused in on the risk. I've been so focused on the risk that I've been stopping out so much because I want to be a good loser. I mean, that's what separates traders, from the best from amateurs to the best, is you gotta be a good loser. You can't let some trades blow you up. So it's going to be like a one ticker max loss for me, and then I'm blacklisting it and moving on to the next one. All right, we got just a few seconds here. PL spiking up. I'm waiting, guys, for a little bit of a screamer. Baron's looking at RSLS out of the gates. We'll see what she's going to do. The risk guide's kind of like 320, but I'd be widening it out a little bit. I think even up there towards 330, 40 is good risk guide. RSLS pulling back in. Profit taking a little bit. We'll see what she does right there at support. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to be kind of patiently awaiting a setup. I'm gonna wait for that XTIA screamer. Wait for the chat room to pump one of these up. Baron, yesterday that trade you were in, Cade, what was it? It's like, I don't remember that ticker. The lower float play yesterday, I saw the chat room that pumped that up, and it just made me so aggravated. It was like right when you were in it too, that chat room that pumped it up 1 million shares, all selling into the $12 range too. It's not trade. That's not trading. It's just jumping in with 3,000 people just jumping into a ticker. That's not trading. Okay, we're going to be flipping through and find something. And let's see what some of these leading gainers are doing. RSLS kind of trying to buy up right there at that support line, but looking heavy at the moment. NEHC was a leading gapper as well this morning. New Era Helium. Mike, good luck on the longs and shorts this week. Been nothing but chop, really. Yes, you are speaking the truth. NEHC, a company announced a joint venture with Sharon AI, Texas Critical Data Center. Active discussions, yada, yada, yada. NEHC, okay. So we got this one that pumped up to $1.44, heavy against VWAP right now, up nearly 100% off of the previous close. NIVF hit the magic 320 area this morning, magic 20-cent area. Be mindful of that. And guys, I am ready to smack something. I got Baron excited. Gonna be shorting. RSLS looking heavy right now. RSLS is a familiar name for me. I know that one's done a million reverse splits, and she's always coming out with exclusive news. RSLS, that one's always coming out with something. AAOI testing pre-market highs. AAOI trading high after the company announced the first volume shipment of data center transceivers to a hyperscale customer. NEHC popping up a little bit. All right, NEHC spiking up. I mean, okay, I like NEHC against a lot of the pre-market highs. 120's not bad either. NEHC, if we start popping up to kind of some of those levels, like the 120-25 range, I don't mind taking some interest there. Today's going to be more about shorting into that euphoria and then taking profits along the way, guys. I'm going to be trying to realize some profits when we see them. AAOI up through 19, pulling back. RSLS still a little heavy. IONQ getting a spike. Kayvon might be interested in that. All right, we're going to let the longs have their fun right now. I'm trying to find where their fun is. A little eerily quiet right now. Fades in the building. There you are, Fades. NEHC, yeah. I like that on a pop. If we get up closer to 120, I definitely like that. Bulls lost steam. They've been losing some steam for sure. I'm trying to check the locates here. I was interested in NEHC. Last thing I want to do is deal with chop. You know what I'm talking about, Fades. All right, it's $1 per 100 there, NEHC. It is pulling back right now. Again, I'm waiting for a euphoria to jump into today on the short side, so let's keep flipping around. I don't mind NEHC though. Kayvon in the building. What's going on, Kayvon? RSLS trying to bottom out 280. What's she got for us? I mean, if nothing else is pumping, you guys know what these chat rooms like to do. I think $4 is going to be pretty tough on it. Mike, NEHC's back orders from May 28th. Okay. May 28th. I'm still, May 20th. Right there, yeah. Yeah, a lot of bag holders up to the 120 range. Yeah, 120 is a good, if you haven't been in here before, Mike, I go over the 20 cent area. We see it all the time. Up through the whole dollar. We saw it on NIVF up to 320 and straight down. So the 20 area on NEHC is still holding up strong. I like it as a risk guide. I don't mind this play. Would like it a little closer to the risk, though. But again, I'm winding out my risk a lot today. in size and smaller. Size and smaller widening out because I just been getting chopped and stopped out. Chopped and stopped. All right, RSLS may try to get a little pump here. I'm going to check the shorts RSLS. If that thing wants to pump up to maybe pre-market highs or higher. Patience, guys. Patience is going to pay today. It's $2 on RSLS for 100. Could be worth it though. RSLS. I'm thinking about taking a stab at it here soon. If we spike up even higher. We're going to start small on at 323. 323. $20. $20 is the max risk on this thing. We'll see what she does in this spike up to the pre-market resistance, RSLS. Looking to hit it again up at 350.60. Or take profits on a pullback. We'll see whatever she wants to give us. This is Baron style trading though. Baron style trading. We're just going to start, guys, we're just looking for like $10 here, $10 there, and get up to $100. That's what we're looking for. So RSLS, I'm going to start the short. I'm looking to hit it again on a spike up. If we don't get it, RSLS still up here testing out pre-market resistance. $350s, I'll hit it again. I'll have that. Let me have that ready actually. Into the 350s, I'll smack it again. So the opening bell increased volatility. Yeah, I've thought about to the pre-market and after hours, like they're not hunting stops because you can't have the stops, right? Dude, we're just accumulating longs on RSLS right now. That's all she's doing, accumulating longs. Gap to fill. Dude, this name. The gap to fill is what? To $4. I'm giving it over $4 though. I'm gonna give her over $4. All right, well that's chomping around. Let me see what we're missing out on. AAOI hit 1973s, pulling back off of that. What else are you guys looking at? NEHC still. NEHC still kind of slow and fadey. Man, that one's looking good. Just for kind of a slow fade. NEHC. PL. Oh my god, the snap out of the gates on PL. And then RCAT's getting a spike right now. RCAT. RCAT straight up right now. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. RCAT. Let me take a look at the... This is exactly what I'm looking for. RCAT. We got 11 as the main resistance, though. 922. 980s. Is some level of resistance. Alright, RCAT was getting kind of euphoric right there. 9 to 942 quick. Yeah, RCAT's getting my attention. That one's kind of going straight up. I don't see the news there. Let's see what else is hitting. RCAT. RCAT's got a lot of good support though at 895 is the concern, where it was kind of basing out at the last week or so. CGTL still fading. God, good work there. NEHC fades. Nice. Good work. All right. Yeah, NEHC looking really good. NEHC right down there, 87. Off of $1. RCAT kind of looking good, but I didn't like all that support under 9. CGTL fading, NEHC fading. Oh my god, PL. Jeez. See, that's what I want to hit, that euphoria. Just ride it on down. Nearly a point right there. Nearly a point right there. God dang it. Alright, we'll fund the next one. Let's take a look. IPA. IPA spiking up right now. Alright, RSLS. I'm going to smack RSLS again here. 328 is the average now. Let's do it up against like 370. $370, giving it plenty of room. All right. Yeah, IPA up over $1 right now. Yeah, that's got a lot of resistance up here, IPA. Watching that one. Eyeballing IPA. Kayvon short and ORCL. I'd like to see RSLS heavy now against this double top 350 and crack under the VWAP. That's what I'd like to see. It's kind of heavy right here. We'll see if we get that. Yeah, Enjoyer, I'm thinking the same thing. Giving them more room to work. All right, let's see what we got. So you're taking ORCL. Oh, ORCL with the gap up. I know you like those gap ups, Kayvon. And then IPA is still getting my attention. 120 on IPA could be a good area to smack that one. All right, I'll take half off 303 on RSLS. Again, looking to make 10 to 15 to 20 on each short I'm taking. I'm going to be shorting everything. Small account trading. This is what we're going to do. I can get to $100 days if I do this. All right, so now leftovers 333 is the average RSLS. I'm going to kick back and maybe smack this again up into a spike. I'm going to set a wide stop on it right now because I'd like to focus on another short that's spiking up right now. 370, take profit. I'll put in at like 280. 370 stop. Okay, I'm widening that out a little bit. I'm going to focus on the next setup. IPA was pretty good, spiking up through $1. We're looking for the fast movers right now. KLTO is hitting a high day. All right, let's pull up a couple different ones I'm looking at. Fades, your new rule is going to be only backside bell trading. I get that. I definitely get it. Especially with the chop. KLTO doing a big red to green move. Let's see what AAOI just kind of double topped again for us. Gave another entry, a sloppy seconds. PL. Oh my God, what a miss. PL on this Euphoria, man, just a landslide algo down. Algo down on PL. What a play. Our Cat's doing maybe sloppy seconds up here again to 940. I'm looking for the Euphoria to short into. Is what I'm looking for. 980s we can get on our Cat. I don't see any news here either. So our Cat I'm looking at. IPA pulled back under $1 now. I'd like a little bit more juice on IPA. Up to $1.20. So far we haven't gotten that yet. And then RSLS might be given another entry. I may hit this again on this pop, guys. What's my 20 at 333? I'm going to smack RSLS again on this pop. And pretty much the idea here is I don't want it back up to my average. I'm going to try to work this as a kind of a backside-ish play. I'm going to set the stop like at 330. I really wouldn't want it back up to 330. But I'm going to hit it again as it's climbing back up right here. Let's set the adjusted stop at like 330. I don't know. 333, 4. I'd be giving back green, but I'm going to try to work it. This feels like it's slowing down a little bit. All right, so now 40 at 323. I'm going to try to work that one still. Out at 345. In at 345, out at 320. Heck yeah, Baron. Let's go. Excellent work. Have you thought about leaving like a piece on these, Baron, to work for you? Like take 70% off? $305. Oh, you got the 305? Dude, let's go. I got really lucky. It's when I pressed the button at like 315, it shot down to 303. I got pretty lucky there. Yeah, phase. I'm thinking This may be a bad hit here. I'm thinking it may be a bad hit. We'll see. I want to start just shorting into Euphoria, not the sideways action that I've been doing that's not been working out for me when it feels safer. I want to take the scary short into the Euphoria. Elevator 2 floors down. Yeah, the elevator 2 floors down. Yeah, this may have been a bad idea here. This may have been a bad idea. See, this is what I've been doing, and that's been hurting me. Taking the slow, hitting them on the slowness rather than into that Euphoria. You gotta you gotta short into that Euphoria because you gotta consider lots of shorts are coming in and a lot of longs are profit taking. So there's generally a lot of selling pressure into some of these spikes, especially on tickers with nothing holding them up, except a pump. No news or anything, just a strict pump. That's it. RCAT still holding up. IPA $1 down to 92. Bob's in here now. We got the good luck. Yeah, Bob. That was a mistake ad. That was a mistake ad. That was not what I'm looking to do. See if we can elevate her down again. I had my 10 on RSLS and gave it all back. No, I gotta not hit them when they start going sideways. That's what I'm trying to not do anymore. Not gonna do it. IPA straight up and then straight back down to 83 cents. All right, I'm looking for the next one. AAOI. Oh my god, I just went over this. AAOI. Sloppy seconds and down. 1970 to 1780s. Keith in the house, watching and learning. Yeah, same. Watching this market and learning. God, this market's been a lot to deal with. Yeah, because look at this RSLS now. Shooting up towards the highs. I got the share still. I'll monitor it. Looking for the next setup now, though. Here's the chat room jumping into it. I'm smacking it up here over 4. Small size like originally. Hitting it again, RSLS. Small size like originally. Giving this bad boy up to like $5. Just took 20 at 402. We'll do another 20 at like 450 to $5. I just got a scalp in this market, dude. Like Baron's doing, I got a scalp in this market because there's too many like chat rooms pumping these things on up and down. It's making it nearly impossible. All right, this thing hit 413, 14. All right, patience, patience, patience. Sore entry, 296. Still got leftovers in. Heck yeah, Bob. Working the leftovers. Love it. Guys, I'm considering rebranding this channel to like small account boot camp or something, because I feel like that's the direction of this channel. All right, RSLS, here we go. Back up to 4. Is this a sloppy seconds play? I'm gonna have another 20 ready for it at like 450 to 70. Alright, I'll take it at 370, and I want to hit it again on a pop. Scalp, scalp, scalp. Let's just keep doing that, man. We can do this. We can do this. Need to scalp these plays. RSLS. Let's see that thing bounce back up. I'm going to keep working it. Anything else going on out there? PLRZ climbing up to $1. PLRZ. Bob, dude, let's go. I'm happy for you, man. Let me check out that SOAR trade you're working. Oh, SOAR. Testing VWAP right now. And continuing higher. Your SOAR is soaring. Let's go, Bob. Love it. All right, guys, I'm waiting for the euphoria. Waiting for the euphoria. Jumping into it. And sizing in until we get her working for us, or we hit like a 20 max loss. That's pretty much the strat right now. Less amount of trades. Yeah, been over trading. And higher percent up, the better for pump and dump setups. Some of these tickers get stuck consolidating and overcrowded. cutting quick and moving on. Yeah, the cutting quick for sure. What I'm doing, fades, is rather than going in though, I've been stopping. I've been getting crushed stopping at the top and bottom. So what I'm trying to do different now is size down a lot. So if I would normally take 100 to 200 on RSLS, I want to start it at like 20 shares and work into my 100 or 200, if that makes sense. It makes me more relaxed, and if it keeps getting the euphoria, I can size into it, and you're still keeping your risk in mind. I hope that makes sense. It's a tough thing to do for new traders to size into these, because you can get tunneled in and ego into them. But I'm trying to break up my shares apart because my entries have not been good. And then I've been stopping a lot at the top and bottom. Sore, man. Bob, you're working like what, 25% leftovers or something? That's amazing. Good work. What's she up on? She's acquiring a ticker. Combine the strategic. Yeah. Yeah, fades. There you go. That's right. Let her work for you if she's being green. Damn it. PLRZ, $1 down to 90 cents. This is what we're doing, guys. I know I missed this, but guys, 10 here, 10 there. We're working our way up to $100 quota on the day. That's going to be the new strat moving forward. We can do this. 100 a day keeps the headaches away. But we're not going to try to go all in on one ticker to get that 100. We're going to work the series of trades, not an individual trade by trade basis. RSLS, I would love this to pump one more time so I could hit it again. Otherwise, I'm looking for a screamer. IPA should have hit it. PLRZ should have hit it. Dumb on my part. Both of those worked out. Looking for the screamers. I don't want to tunnel in on RSLS. In and out like a microwave, yeah. Yeah, but I prefer the oven. I know the oven takes a little bit more time, but microwave keeps them kind of soggy, you know. Going in with a position size that is so like comfortable for you. I've had this conversation so many times, guys. So if you have, let's say you have a $10,000 account, and like a $20 trade means nothing to you on 10,000 because percentage-wise, it's just not anything. Those are the kind of trades where you're not clouded. Your judgment's not clouded at all because you're in so small. That's the idea with what I'm trying to do right now. Get in small so I can still see clearly like what I want to do, like what the risk is, what the reward is, and I think you can work them a lot clean, like work cleaner trades, sizing small enough relative to your account size where it's not impacting the emotions as much, and you can still nail good profit days doing that. All right, SGMT getting up there. As soon as I say that, I see Kayvon posting in the chart, in the chat. Yeah, she's kind of like in the algo trend right now, though. I want to avoid the algo movements too. I want to see a lot of market orders coming through. We're sniping today, guys. We're sniping. 3 other tickers I looked at and didn't take the trade. RCAT was one of them, too, that's working out so far. RCAT's a little heavy on VWAP, but it's got a lot of decent-ish support where it's pulling down to. Yeah, Keith, like realizing profits. Just getting in the habit of realizing profits as well. All right, RSLS is curling back up. I got to get ready there. Volume, I see the volume's ramping. It's just on a really tight trend. I'm 320 up to 420 quick. Well, there she goes. Yeah, Kayvon hit the magic 20-cent area there, pulling back. Kayvon called that short, pulled back 20 cents off of his alert. Another thing I'm trying to work on too is not being too hesitant to jump into some of these. If they're saying get involved, trust the gut, get involved in them. Because there's already 3 tickers so far that I've kind of missed otherwise. Fades NEHC. It's been a good one. Kind of bear flagging up now too. Man, IPA, dude. Why did I not take that? 107 to 77 cents. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the ones I'm looking for. KLT Ho. Oh, hit the magic 220 area. She is a hoe, though, this KLTO. 220's tough on it. KLTO, I mean, this could be a slow fader off of 220. KLTO was the recent pump from 20. Yeah, I could see this thing pulling back off of 220. That's the BS I've been involved with lately that I'm trying to avoid. I'm just looking at the scans, waiting for a screamer. And we'll start a position on them. It's kind of the idea. That's what I'm focused on. I think we're going to see some profits doing this. You just got to be mindful of the risk. You definitely don't want to tunnel into any one particular ticker doing it. And you got to have a rule for stopping out on them. It's hard to place the hard stops when you're sizing into them. So you can't really do that, but you got to make sure you're adhering to your risk parameters. SOAR working out so far, Bob. That one's kind of just curling off of VWAP. You said you got it at like 8. Dude, you got that right at 8 and still working leftovers. I love it. Love it, love it. EVGN was textbook hangover. EVGN down 30 cents off the close, yeah. Yeah, they're even if the market's slow, man, usually you're gonna have profit taken in something like one of those. Makes for a good setup. Alright, AXTI, is there anything here? AXTI getting some volume on it, guys. AXTI, $2 to 250. I'm seeing up towards $3 resistance, 230 support. Think we need a little bit more speed here, AXTI. Think we need just a little bit more speed. RSLS slowing down, but I don't want to short into the panic here. I want to get it on a pop. What's a sword acquire? Yeah, I think that's the new strat, guys. Just I'm gonna be sizing down a lot into the screamers and just working those positions. The win rate's probably gonna go up a lot, but I just have to be careful with the losers. That's all. Man, KLT. Okay, so KLTO on the 220 is pulling back pretty good. Man, it's a good indicator, guys. The Magic 20 indicator. I mean, the Magic 20 indicator. AXTI still at highs. AXTI, we could find something there, guys. SGMT higher. See, with the account, this is something I would be trading probably right here, right now. I'd be way off the highs and still be like, okay, we got this descending triangle break now. Let me short against that and put the stop at like 365. And then so many times you just get stopped out because they're chopping around right there. NEHC curling back around a bit. NEHC, I really like the 120 idea there. I mean, it's going to be it reclaiming 120 is going to be a tough journey. It's going to be a tough journey ahead. All right, RSLS curling back around a little bit. Oh, SGMT, another opportunity there, 740s. A little spready, though. 7, 8, 9 cent spread. AXTI still kind of hanging out. RSLS, Bob seeing the bull flag. Bob's a long trader, so if it looks like a bear flag, he sees a bull flag. I'm just messing. We all see something different. I see the descending triangle right here. Lower highs, snapping that, and then chopping right back up. But yeah, she could definitely have another leg in her. Lower float play. I'm monitoring for that. I don't want to jump into the sideways action. PLRZ. What in the... PLRZ reclaiming a buck. What are we at? All-time lows on this thing? We have a lot of 150-ish resistance. 130, 40, 50 resistance. The thing I like with the RSLS, there's AXTI pulling back in a little bit. The thing I like with RSLS on the short side is I'm pretty sure, dude, this ticker's been around forever. And they... I mean, look, they've done a ton of reverse splits to stay afloat. This thing has been just... That's why it says 414 in the past chart history. They've done a ton of reverse splits to stay afloat. It can pump. Certainly can. But we just had a recent pump on Tuesday, right? $4 up to $8, back down. Oh, because they came out with an offering. 2.6 million share offering. So that's why I imagine it's going to be a little hard to stay up here. All right, PLRZ is around the highs, 105. Soar's pulling in a little bit. Soar's pulling in a little bit. I've been waiting. This is what I've been doing, taking the trades when they're hardly moving and getting chopped out. I'm doing the opposite of that now. Just waiting for a screamer, and we'll get involved. Waiting for market orders to start flying through one of these names, and then take the short side of it and size in. It's such a profitable approach, but again, the losers you got to be careful with. The ones that GME and go forever. Got to be careful. I trust myself, though. I believe I trust myself with that. Sizing small enough where you can still not go deer in headlights. PLRZ 105 test back down to 96. AXTI curling back up to the highs. RSLS trying to hold 360. It's got this really steep trend on it. Trying to hold as well. Bob's seeing a flag. Could be on the 5-minute. 230 previous close. We'll see if she's got another leg in her. Soar under VWAP now. Kayvon, you good at RCL? He stopped out of that. Could be Bob forming a little inverse head and shoulders here, too. You got the head 350. That's a flag. Can't tell which one. I see something. I see something here. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know. You know, it could be a little inverse head and shoulders here at 350. The neckline it would have to break is 380. It's gonna be tough. I like it, but I don't. I mean, I like it clearly for the short, but I don't know. I want to see it spike up. AXTI pulling it off at 260. SGMT trying again. Kayvon, is this number 3? Yeah, I figured you were on the 5-minute. 5 minutes cleaner for that. Soar heavy under VWAP now. USAR popping up some. I remember USAR. This was like the rare earth play. Went from like 10 to 20 not long ago. Guys, there's nothing. What are we missing anything? I'm not seeing any movement. MEGL maybe. Fade said it. I mean, the shorts are back in control apparently. I mean, MEGL up a little bit. Looks like it tried to pump. MEGL, like something that Mike mentioned earlier, you had a lot of recent baggies in it. I'm seeing that with MEGL too. This thing on Tuesday, $1.30 to $4 is trying again today, but we got a lot of baggies that are going to create a level of resistance here. It's going to be hard to make this move. I mean, 220s level support, but RSLS back on its trend line. That's, again, very steep. The steeper they are, the weaker they become. CPro getting a little juicy. It's quieting down a lot, guys. Just another mic, yeah, sideways week. Oh man, dude, yeah, it's really sideways right now. Trying to find some. I mean, there clearly, guys. I mean, there's money to be made up or down, whether you're long or short. But when tickers are going sideways, there's nothing to make. PLRZ is trying again the 105. Needs some juice. MEGL, maybe a trade there. I mean, I like it on the short side. Maybe even against the highs. I don't know. It's a maybe. It's like a decent hand, but not. MEGL maybe against the highs on the day. It's a maybe trade. RSLS might steal my attention again if she's going to curl around right now. I mean, nothing going on. I could see chat rooms being like, trying to pump that thing on up. MEGL, let me check the shorts on this real quick. $2.50. Maybe RSLS squeezes up again right here and I get another entry on it. Let's see, AXTI is making highs. AXTI making some highs, but it's a little, that one's just, AXTI, I got room on it up to, in the 70s, up to $3. Man, guys, if I wouldn't have taken that trade in the sideways action, be sitting at least up about 20 right now. Let's start inching our way to our 100 on the day. RSLS testing that line out again. AXTI up, MEGL sitting there. Bob, you good on SOAR? With leftovers, you just adjust and stop to break even on the leftovers. Yeah, shorts are in control, but we're not getting much to short, you know. Unless they're just overly aggressive on some of these plays that aren't hardly moving. IPA was such a miss. I love these plays that spike up to the whole dollar and break up and over them, because I remember being the new trader and seeing the dollar break and being like eager to trade. They're like, I'm not missing out on this opportunity. I'm buying this thing. It's breaking up and over $1. It's gonna hold it forever. And then she fades down 30 cents. Pulled and break even. Good job. RSLS, there's a little bit of a snap. 340s. AXTI higher. Love to be involved in this right now, but can't jump in down here. KLTO popping back up to 220, so maybe. I like the 220 area a lot on this. Alright, so $1 for 100. Emmanuel in the house. What's going on, Emmanuel? You just watching the month of June. Yeah, all we've seen, Emmanuel, this morning is really this RSLS spiking up a couple times. Man, God, it sucks when you want to trade and there's nothing spiking or giving you a trade. The KLTO sloppy seconds up there at a 220 would have been good. It's kind of already came back down to $2. MEGL was a maybe too. Kind of bear flagging off of 262. AXTI at the highs. Yeah, right now it's not too great, Emmanuel. Taking like one RSLS. We're just waiting and watching, though. Yeah, good job on that SOAR, Bob. You just saw the news and jumped in with it. CVAC, Mike? What's going on there? Oh, yeah, CVAC's been climbing up. This was like an acquisition, I thought, was it not? Yeah, CVAC is curling up. It will acquire... Yeah, they're buying... BioNTech's buying this company for $1.25 billion. Both stocks are just trending higher. Those acquisition deals can sometimes, they're kind of like earnings. They can see movement like this. Getting ready if she shoots up. Yeah, I'm going to throw it down too, just in case. SGMT higher. SGMT 720 shooting up. It's a bioscience ticker. Let me check the short interest SGMT. She feels like she's 15% or higher. Look at that, guys. Freaking genie. How do I do this? 15.5%. It's pretty funny. People ask, how do you know what the float is without looking? Well, you can tell based on the movement. Apparently, I'm so dialed in, I know the short interest on it, too. All right, PLRZ just tapped $1.20. All right, let's take a look at PLRZ. They got to pump something. My goal in the building. How's your day going, goal? Staying safe and disciplined on these days, man, as the name of the game. PLRZ's 20 cents for 100. I'm probably going to be doing that. I'm going to start PLRZ 114. 114. You guys know the magic 20 cent area is a number I like a lot. So I'll start it, but up towards like a buck. Oh, like a $1.30 or $1.40. I'll hit it again. Not trading. Yeah, it's not a bad day to not trade. I mean, this is a decentish pattern, like a pattern that a lot of longs like to play. This dollar break is kind of like an ABCD pattern. We got a lot of resistance from a week or two ago, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, up in the $1.50 range. So let me give it up there. You know, I'll give it up to like a $1.40 or $1.50, and I'll add into it there. Could be, I may be a little early here, too. RSLS all the way in the 330s now. So they could start pumping something like PLRZ. Oh my god, it's a high short interest on a low float. 26% short interest. I'm not very thrilled about that. Yeah, they're probably about to start jumping in here. It's a high short interest. Yeah, the past chart history there looked good. All right, PLRZ pumping up right now. I'm a hit her again at 150 if we get up there. Today, not so fun. PLRZ hitting everyone's scanners. The problem. I'll hit it again like 150, give it about $20 risk, and go from there. PLRZ having its first little pullback. It had that dollar rip. It's a lower float play with a high short interest. It's not too. It's where all the chat rooms are jumping in on right now. Patience, young Padawan. Yeah, RSLS is back in the 320s now. Man, dude. Yeah, the past chart history there was gold up there at $4. Absolute gold. I'm going to get a fill at 130 on a few more shares and then go the other 25 up at $1.50. Average is like $1.20 right now. Not in love with the ticker because of the short interest, but I'll give her a chance. Based on the market sentiment of the day, at least. A lot of tickers are not sustaining these moves. 120 is a key area. I'd like it to stay heavy under that, not bounce here. This could be an area that some people buy the bounce. I think I am going to set a stop on this one because I'm not in love with it. I'll set like a 135 stop. Pretty much a stop back up to the highs, PLRZ, because if she's kind of going sideways, and if it gets continuation, it could keep higher. I'll look to re-hit it again, though. We'll see it heavy here against the highs, or I'll just be out of it at the highs. RSLS all the way in the teens now, dude. Oh my god. Leftovers. You kind of got to get to full size to work leftovers, though, don't you? Working leftovers with a single entry, especially when breaking it down so small, it's not going to be too profitable. Yeah, PLRZ's kind of like flagging up. See what she does. Drop down to like 110 and lower would pretty much crush its dreams. 120 holdings, not very good for me. Barron's going to be done till power hour. It's very slow morning. Yeah, very slow. Very slow. Barron slow. Yeah, 120, that magic 20 is holding up here, PLRZ. It's kind of in a descending triangle headed down to it, but gotta snap it. Gotta snap it here, or she's just gonna make a leg up. which I don't mind hitting it again, but I don't know. 120's holding up on it so far. Yeah, looks like it wants to maybe get another leg up. We'll see up here. I'm going to keep my 136 stop on, but 120's holding up as support right now on it. If it has a double top fake out breakdown, dude, this thing's going to look at that all the way down to 120 again. Youch. That just hurt some longs buying that up. She might snap down now after that. Might see a snap down after that. This is what I don't want to be involved with. Are these tickers that are going sideways. Yeah, I got to give it a chance here, but down to 120. She needs to break very hard here. Under 120. Not bounce. Break very hard. Sitting right at 120 right now. Sitting there, it's very eerie right here. Not doing anything. Sitting right at $1.20. Huh. Is there a big buy order at like 119? Alright, let's get down to like 110. Flush down under 110. $120 is kind of my mental risk guide right now. It cracked under 120, and that was a tough area of support. I want that to be a ceiling now. I'm just looking for a continuation on this flush. Slowed down a lot. I just want it to keep flushing a little bit more. The price action got weird on this thing, dude. Where it's just barely moving. I'll take half off down there and work my 125 average. PLRZ, let me take a look. Yeah, 125 average. We could see it back down to $1 or lower. Very slow day. What are you guys working right now? Anything? Yeah, this is brutal. This is brutally slow. We're under VWAP right now, PLRZ. I don't know. I might just set an adjusted stop at break even and see if this thing can go back to $1 or lower. I think that's what I'm going to do. Set an adjusted stop, PLRZ. 125 is my average, otherwise down to $1. God dang it, dude. This market's brutal. RSLS. I mean, again, we're avoiding the sideways action now, unless we're working like leftovers. Oh man, MEGL was pretty good right there in the 240s, down to the 220s now. PLRZ was pretty good. Glad we hit that. I mean, I was a little early, so I'm not making much of anything on it. A little early there. But good practice day for sure. AAOI, a little bit of a bear flag. Kayvon. Maybe cracking that right there. AAOI. $1870s looks like good risk guide on AAOI. Man, IPA up to $1 down to 70 cents. Can we get that on PLRZ? AOI cracking that bear flag trend down in the 30s now. VOYG. VOYG, yesterday's IPO. Curling up right now. VOYG Voyager. Airy making a long move. Yeah, I see that popping up. 1020 is support right now on it. Guys, oh my god. This market, man. This is crazy. You go from this entire week being Chop City to this? What in the world? Guys, this is the discipline we got to learn in trading, right? Knowing when to trade, not to trade. When to take your setups, not to take them. God, I guess that's the fun in it. You never know what the day is going to bring, huh? I mean, just soared straight down. 350 to 260. Unreal. I mean, CVAC's still climbing, but that's on an acquisition. I don't really... acquisition earnings, not really what I want to short. They kind of gravitate towards that intrinsic value and don't move much off of it. RSL is probably a good fade candidate still. I mean, heavy under VWAP, but I can't do it, guys. It's not what I'm doing anymore. Voyager higher. CVAC higher. SGMT back up to the highs a little bit. 720 bounced off of. SGMT, I mean, there may be something there. You guys just waiting for a screamer? CGTL curling around. James, good morning to you. How's your morning, James? The green team is trying. It's trying today, James. Green team's trying. Today is certainly a day of discipline. Do not overtrade on a day like today. CGTL 130 was some... Let me take a look. CGTL 130. I don't see why this ticker's up. I mean, there could be a trade here. Any news you guys got, CGTL? We got a huge gap to fill here. I had a massive sell-off, and then... I don't know. We're at all-time lows. Not a huge fan of shorting all-time lows. When VNTG is at the VNTG IPO, dude, that could get some attention on it. With how boring everything else is right now. VNTG IPO. Did we halt up? 537. CGTL. Bad morning there. What happened, James? You were trying to long. Did you get caught in this knife down here? It's 180 straight down to 140s. Yeah, guys, I mean, like... Guys, I'll say this. Some of you are coming through here. Some of you have said you've taken some losses, bad losses, but look, be optimistic in the face of adversity. That is one of the attributes among the best traders. You got to consider the best traders out there, they went through this. The best traders out there, they took the big L's. They blew up accounts. They had a hard go of it, but they stuck in and remained optimistic in the face of adversity. So don't be too discouraged, especially if you're still surviving in this kind of a market environment, because it's not, dude, this market has not been easy at all. But we can make it easier on ourselves by doing certain things, such as there's a few things that there's a few rules you just cannot break. That is, your trade should result in three things: either a small win, a large win, or a small loss. The fourth thing should never be in there. That is a large loss. Large loss should never be in there. I was thinking about PLRZ. We might can get down to like $1 on it. That's what I was trying to go for. If we sell off down to $1, but I don't know. I got a 125 average. I'm thinking about. I was looking for more today, guys. A lot more. I messed up an RSLS trade. Could have been up at at least quota on the day, but. Indeed, it's still learning. It hit my stop loss. Well, you put a stop in. That's really good, James. Man, those knife downs are so aggravating when you're on the long side of them. The knife downs are tough, but if you put a stop, in though, yeah, ask away, man. I'm gonna bring this stop down. So my problem hasn't been the large losses; it's been bleeding in the chop. So I'm reevaluating, and we're adjusting that. I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna take it off. PLRZ right there. KNW up to 430. Yeah, she's spiking up. KNW might have a trade for us. It's kind of cup and handle. 20-day charts are cup and handle here. KNW. Support at 350. Support at 350. What was that? What was the news here the other day on KNW? Bitcoin. Yeah, I knew it had something to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin back to acquisition momentum. Okay. $3.30 per 100. I don't mind it if she really starts squeezing. We'll see. CGTL still squeezing up. KNW, I'll throw it down here. VNTG still halting up. Oh my god, RSLS. Dude, I had a 402 average. Again, tiny size. But yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I just didn't have enough to leave leftovers. RSLS. Wow. PLRZ. Good. Yeah, a couple of these trades working out well. What is the interest in trading stocks 1, 2, or 3 cents? I don't know. I mean, yeah, 1, 2, or 3 cents. There's not much downside. That's where you're going to get a lot of longs, I guess, in on them. It's funny though, a stock going from 1 to 2 cents has gone up 100%. HCTI. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, probably people buy these up, James, because it's like, there's not much downside. 0 cent support kind of thing. Oh, man. Yeah, K&W is not looking bad. I'd like it to squeeze. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the RSLS squeezes, the $4 down to $3. And sizing into them. Taking profits along the way. PLRZ in the 108s now. Good. Man, I'm feeling good, guys. Feeling good. I just gotta... The IPO just dropped right there. Alright. KLTO on the scans. KLTO back up, coming back up to 220. I like KLTO. I mean, I like it just because of we're going to have so much resistance. If like 220 strong, and if she pops up above that, a lot of resistance overhead. Look at all these lower shadows in the 190s, though. She's getting balled up. I want to avoid the stair-step shorts, though. Want to see some market orders coming through. What a slow morning. Oh well, guys, it is what it is. You take what the market gives, and even if that's going to be very slowly growing the small account, we're gonna do it. K&W at 440 now. It's getting interesting, guys. It's getting interesting for sure. I like what I see. Like when she sells off, she can sell off good. K&W yesterday went from $3.95 to $3, and then started climbing back around. Today, $3.85 down to $3.40. I mean, when it starts profit taking it, starts profit taking it. I'm talking myself into this position. Maybe K&W. Maybe. Squeeze up to like 450, 60s, and then I'm in it. Squeeze up to 450, 60s, and then we'll do it. Well, James, shorting is nice because you're waiting like a sniper for tickers to get overbought from longs, and then you just step in and short into them. Just another mic. It's creeping. Keeping an eye on it. Creeping. I know. I don't like the stair step creepers. Like a fast move up, I'll take part. Fast move up, I'll take part. I'm taking part, K&W. Taking part. 441. I plan on hitting it again up in the 470s. Looking for that 20-30 cent flush. Looking for that 20-30 cent flush. Smack it again. A few shares up here. Just a $20 risk on it. $480s, I'm out. $480s, I'll be out of it. $451's the average. I'm gonna set the stop. 481. I'll be out of it. I needed to spread this out a little bit more. I think that messed me up. I needed to spread it. I'm like sizing in too quick on these. I need to spread them out a little bit more. Like just give it some breathing room and some time. So I have a 451 average. Come on, K&W, what you gonna do? Down much faster than up, they do. The elevator downs are fun. They're addicting to be involved with. The elevator downs are addicting. I'm looking for that on K&W, an elevator down into like the 420s. $481's the stop here if she wants to keep going higher. I should have spread it out more. I messed that up. I'll learn for next time though. Armand, you're looking at $4.99 on it for a potential short. I mean, everything's been getting hit this morning pretty hard and early. So, I mean, K&W's not pulling back at all. Damn it. Yeah, I'm getting stopped out on it. And got an awful fill on it, too. I guess I'm going to have to give her one more go over $5. Let me see if she breaks over 5. Give her one more go. Alright, I'll start it again here. Starting K&W again. Slower with the other ads this time. Yeah, I could be, James, waiting, trying to give it too much room. It's not so unreasonable when you're up $1.50 though to look for a 30-cent move. Alright, we tapped 5. Let's see what we're going to do here. Yeah, all you do is, once you're fairly consistent, just throw a 0 on the end of your order, making more money. I didn't size this appropriately before. I'm trying to just be slower this time around. Try to work a position here too, like keep realizing some profits, taking some off, and then hitting it again on a pop. That's what I'm going to try to do. All right, K&W took it off. I'm going to hit it again on a pop. Perfect fall. Yeah, I can show you how to short. You're using CPro too? Yeah, absolutely. Shorting is, you'll fall in love. Perfect fall. You will fall. You'll have the perfect fall. All right, K&W, give me another entry to work. I mean, I just pressed this sell short button. Perfect fall. Follow my cursor. Click on it. Click sell short. If it's not shortable, it's going to tell you at the bottom here that you need to locate the shares. In which case, you can have a short locate monitor pulled up, which I usually do. And then you can type in the ticker, send the request. It's not going to charge you to send a request. You just type it in, send it off. It'll tell you how much it costs, and you can accept or deny it. So K&W, it was $3.30 for 100. I took those. Now I'm going to hit it again up here. Change the quantity, mark it, and then smackaroo on this pop right here. 481. I'm smacking it at. Not a good smack, it looks like. $430, I'll be out of it if it squeezes to 430 higher. 430, I'll be out of it. I got a 5 average right now. I'm not waiting for that. I'm not waiting for the... It's sitting stagnant right here. Alright, so that's the problem here. Now, once we take 2 losses on a ticker, we gotta blacklist it, not sit here and fight it. So I've taken 2 L's on that, and some baby green across the board, and 2 L's on that. So that's what can happen with this. I did not size this one well either time, giving it wiggle room, and didn't wait for those rips either. Did not wait for those rips. Because then you're going to stop out the top, likely what I just did in the 530s. Maybe it's the top, maybe it's not, but you got to slow size these, and that's where I have problems with the strat. Is kind of wanting it to happen immediately. Wanting these things to happen immediately. Man, it's tapping that resistance left of the chart too. Alright, well, we found success waiting for these straight up kind of moves, and that's what I've got to wait for. It barely popped up to 5. What I'm waiting for is the market orders. I just need it to be really fast like that, and then slow size it. Slow size it. That's what I gotta do. Slow size it, because look, it's all the way back down to my average right now, but I get in too heavy too quick, and then I'm down, my max risk on the trade way too quick. I gotta slow size these with small size. Get in like 25 shares, and then it pops up, a lot. Hit it another 25. I was doing fine on that with RSLS. James, you hit your max loss of 50. Yeah, that's what I got too. I hit that this morning. I'm kind of regretting. Oh, you're regretting putting the stop loss on? It's probably good to keep it on. Probably a good idea to keep it on. You're girlfriend hates it, Keith. But you got the couch all to yourself now. Man, damn it, dude. Oh my god, Kevin, you idiot. KNW's back down. That's my problem, man. Gotta slow size them. Slow size them. Swift Clips was doing fine, but then red on the day now, giving it all to KNW. I gotta slow size these. I'm wanting it to happen too quick. When you're taking the opposite side of the move, man, you gotta give them time to breathe and accumulate orders. Dang it, dude. Yeah, I want it to happen way too quick. Man, just be patient, Kevin. Be patient. PLRZ, it worked fine on that. But I'm having deja vu of doing this before. And this is sometimes how the days would go. You would start a position and it would work out, and you would take small green, and then you deal with a fighter. Even if the win rate's 90% on like the small wins, when you get that one fighter, the 10% of the time, it can wipe out a lot of the wins. I think what I'm going to do is set a max, like, don't hit these things twice. I think that really messes me up. I could have withstood one of these. If you're green 90% and you take one of these, you're alright. Take one KNW loss, you're alright. But taking two, I've normally traded them twice and then blacklisted them. I think if I'm taking a max L on a ticker, I need to not trade it anymore. Oh my god, KNW in the 90s now, 80s. Yeah, dude, I got in too quick. I sized in too quick to it. I'm like, hit it immediately. You know, I get in and then it jumps up 10 cents, I hit it again. Jumps up 10 cents, I hit it again. That's where I went wrong with before. I'm adjusting that. I think I got the Holy Grail now. Every other day I got the Holy Grail. I did that a lot before too, and that messed me up. I think I have a problem with just sitting in these when they're working against you without hitting them again. This thing is down like 40, 50 cents off the highs right now. If you just would have been a little patient, Kevin, I literally stopped out at 531, pretty much the top. I had to give it the max risk. And now it's back down green, be green on it right now. I got to give it the risk. The problem was I sized in too quick. Give it breathing room. Oh, man. Okay. So dumb. Alright, let's see if there's anything else, guys, taking off. Perfect Fall, did that answer your question on the shorting? have been interested in shorting. Yeah, CPro is amazing for the shorts. Oh, Mike, you're good, man. Don't feel bad. You don't... That didn't mess me up at all. You're going to have red trades. It's all good. I'd recognize it's my fault on this. No, I need to learn these lessons. I sized in too quick. I need to learn those lessons, man. And even though I want to trade it again right now, I can't be breaking rules. I sized in way too quick. You can get out of these just fine, Mike. Like, I could have gotten out of this green or break even just fine if I would have scaled it appropriately. It's just, you gotta do it. You gotta size appropriately and slow. I gotta size slower. That's what messed me up with doing this before. Sizing into these. I would do it way too quick. I need to start them small. Start them small into the pumps. And honestly, just kick back. If they're going to keep pumping, just kick back. Once you lose 50, I stop trading. Looking at the market, I'm kind of regretting that decision. Yeah, Baron, dude. I know. I mean, would you agree with that, though, that analysis? That's what the KNW sized it. Like, when you're sizing these positions, you're giving them time, right? I tried doing this before, like I said, and, man. Yeah, like the KNW. Look at this thing, dude. And then she snaps like that into the 70s. And look at the increase in volume on the day. I mean, this is what I'm looking for. I'm feeling good with... Because I know I'm seeing this well. I just know I made a mistake. I made a mistake of sizing this. But the volume increase on the day is at its peak up and over 5. That's where tons of traders were market ordering in. That's where I'm looking to short and size into it. Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, Baron, even with like 10 shares, if you're leaving leftovers on a stock that's going to fade $5, it's worth the pain. That's $50 padded in the wallet. When you're taking the opposite end of the trade, though, you're a mean diversion trader, initially you're going to feel pain. That's the whole point of it. When you're taking the opposite end of the trade, though, like Baron's saying, you're going to be red like 90% of the time, initially. At least initially, you're going to be red most of the time. So you got to endure it going against you. Man. Yeah, I'm with you, Baron. KLTO, some big ballers on it. That one's squeezing up. Yeah, she's getting there. She's starting to get there. That one, 220, was holding up pretty well. You were negative on 75 on both of those, but once they start working out, man, they start working out. The problem is handling the risk on them, Baron. Like, that's always kind of been the issue. I would take too big of a loss, so I'm trying to prevent myself from doing that. And I know I'm going to do a fine job. Like, I did stop out of this fine on KNW. I know I'm not going to blow up on one ticker, but I also don't want to keep bleeding out stopping out. So that's why I'm saying, like, I got a size small. Size so small. Size so small on them. Man, dude, I feel good, but that was bad. So give it a lot more time. That's like my mental journal. I got so many sticky notes, I can't even keep up with them anymore. Give the ads breathing room. If you're going to scale into them, give them a lot of breathing room. I said literally coming into today I was going to do that. And did not on K&W. Did not. Set it and forget it. KLTO. She's still squeezing up. Bear in size small and commit to holding for an hour or more. Yeah, that's the change in the reframing of my mind. I'll be honest with you. That is a change. I am glad I'm recognizing the flaw right now, because I get into these and I kind of want them to work immediately. I need to be okay with them not working immediately, even for 30 minutes. Oh, that is brilliant. I think we're on to something here, Baron. Be okay with these not. See, you guys get to learn from my struggles. Hopefully you're learning from my struggles, and it can help your trading account out. Oh man, K&W. That's going to be a pain for me seeing this one fade all day. Shows the ramp pretty good on the 5 minute. Yeah, that is pretty nice right there. Oh, in the 460s. Baron, at least are you making money here? K&W. Somebody making money? The stop at the top still. Because I sized in too early. Alright. XTI at the highs. KLTO still holding up to 40. No real screamers at the moment. No real screamers. Baron, if you are a long buys trader, bail out immediately. Yeah. Longs scare me like that. You just don't know, you know. You don't know if you're getting that elevator down, like on the whatever it was this morning, NEHL, something like that. That James was trading, you gotta have your finger on the trigger for that. But if you're in on a short, take a shower, chill, relax. Small green, up 175 Baron. Just kicking back on some of these shorts. I don't know if I could chill, Baron. Just knowing, like, what is this the ticker we're going to get continuation on the squeeze, you know? Like, I would have to have a stop set somewhere. I mean, do you have a stop set anywhere? Or you're just... I forget. How does your risk management work on these, Baron? Like, let's say K&W... Because I'm trying, you know, I try to focus risk a lot. I mean, I could hold these and then it works out and I'm green on the day. Great. But I'm really trying to focus taking good losers. Let's say this thing goes from breaks 5, holds 5, and goes up to 6. Like, at what point do you stop adding and cut it? Is it a certain dollar amount. Again, our win rate's going to go up a lot, guys, but man, here are a few rules I got to add. No more than 2 losses, max losses on one ticker. No more than 1. I can't take more than 1 because, again, if I'm green 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then take a $30 L on one of these, I cannot get back everything on one ticker. That's marrying a ticker, not good. But yeah, giving them a lot of room to work. Man, I cannot believe I did that. I cannot. I wish I could see. Somebody asked if you could see the orders. I really wish you could. You click the settings icon on the chart and click fit orders, but it doesn't work. Or fit positions, fit orders. I really wish it worked. I would love to see the orders, and I would see those are way too close to each other. Not enough patience. Patience, P-A-Y. Lessons learned. That's what's the important thing, at least with the small account. You learn really valuable lessons with small amounts of money. That's the whole goal. KLTO is still holding to 20. K&W in the 450s now. K&W in the 450s. And PLRZ, the one we hit short on, that's at 98 cents now. Yeah, Baron, that's the main thing I'm trying to figure out there. I'm not sure anymore. I used to cut quickly, but take fat. If it wasn't for my max daily loss, I could have ran it back down to profit. If I can buy additional locates in a bear market, I can wait. Your max daily loss, do they auto liquidate you? Armand up 1,700 on K&W. Excellent work. I mean, you called the entry there up there too, down to 458. Yeah, I'm Baron. My bleed on the accounts come from the stops. I'm stopping out so much, and today I tried to give them more wiggle room, and I still didn't. I got to put it way outside the normal range. Why didn't I do that today? Way outside the normal range of trading. That sounds awesome, Baron. Though you're in the zone, man. You can just relax, take a short, go take a shower, and just kick back. I'd be scared doing it. And just if more chat rooms come in and try to pump this name on up, that's yeah. That's where I'm just trying to find those stop. I gotta widen out a lot, unfortunately. Unfortunately, didn't do what I said I was gonna do today. Yeah, whoever was asking James or Perfect Fall about the short, shorting's amazing. I mean, it's just you're gonna have to be red for a little bit of time, so it's uncomfortable because you're taking the opposite end of these trades. But man, when they work, it is some money in the bank. But yeah, you gotta kick back and be comfortable in the red. Yeah, Mike, somebody got it. Yeah, Armand's good. HUSA pumping up. Baron, amazing. I could tell you were growing that account. 1,000 to 4,000. In 3 weeks. Dude, amazing. Still trading with 5 to 10 shares sometimes too on some of the tickers. Dude, I love it, man. I love it. All right, HUSA. Got about $10 resistance there. HUSA, we'll see what happens. See if that thing pumps a little bit more. Hey, KNW down in the 450s now. I cannot believe my mistakes. That's what I got to reprogram with my mind. Yeah, Baron, I was going over in my head just what in the world am I doing wrong yesterday, like all day. And I think I pretty much came down to that. Baron is like I'm stomping out so much. I need to take the euphoria on the trades, but size down. I want to do the single entries so badly, but the single entries are just absolutely like they're brutal. They're hard. They're so hard to nail the perfect entry. So let's see how much HUSA costs. It costs next to nothing. All right, here we go, guys. The last trade on the day. Let's see what happens. HUSA. We'll start it with small size, 15 shares at about 820 HUSA, and we're going to give her time. We're going to give her time. HUSA in the 860s, 70s now. Not hitting it again. I think I'm going to go take a shower. HUSA small, 820. Be comfortable being red. That is the hard thing to do. But we're halted up, HUSA. Don't need it to happen immediately. KLTO, did that one finally start pulling in? 245 down to 220. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Slower play, too. Yeah, Bob, that was a nice one. Up into all the resistance from the last few days. Yeah, Baron, that's great. Pumped for you. The last 3 weeks you've been doing really, really well. Being comfortable in the red sometimes. Just the managing the risk, man. That's what I'm trying to focus on, narrow in. I think the reason I'm probably stopping out too much is not giving them enough time. Wanting it to work too quickly. So HUSA is halted up now. Yeah, same. Gonna play Husa and take a lunch break. Yeah, let's see how Husa goes here. Yeah, James, why not work both sides of it? Get in a long on a flush, but why not short the flush? Make the money and then flip long, then reverse long. All right, 12:02, so we'll open up in about a minute or so. 12:07 if a 5-minute halt. But yeah, so my tendency, Baron, is to hit it like just another mic. That's too funny. That's not funny for your account, but it made me laugh. Working both sides of the trades today and couldn't get either one of them working. That's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not funny, but it's happened to all of us. So it's, when I think about it, it's like, oh my god, that's happened to me too. I'm shorting the Euphoria. Okay, that's not working. Let me just buy the damn thing. You buy it and then it elevators down. Yeah, James, the gurus with the thousands of dollars of wins per day, that it really messes up. It messes up traders because they have high expectations and then they go for that. They go for those huge wins and then they blow up their accounts. So you got to be content with small wins, and especially like it helps you to also to not like, I don't need this one ticker to make me $5,000. You know, I need 30 tickers to make me $10, $15, and then take $20, $30 losses here and there on a few. But yeah, if you're working the series of trades, not just tunneling in on one ticker, I think that's where we'll find more consistency. Baron's doing exactly. He's doing exactly what I'm attempting to do. That's exactly how I am designed to trade at this point. I love shorting the Euphoria. I'm just not sizing them well and bleeding, stopping out and such. But nearly every single one of them works. I just stop out of all of them because I've been so focused in on stop. I don't want to be too red on this trade, and I never give them enough room. So clearly something's got to change. All right, we're opened up on Husa. See what we're going to do. Continuing higher. It's like right now I really want to add into this, but maybe up towards $10. Hit it again. Maybe up towards $10. Hit it again. Look at that, shooting straight down, all the way down to my entry price, dude, of $8.20. Oh my God! See, look at this. Baron's right, and we just hit 922. I really want to hit it again up here, but not on like a pullback. Like, is a hit right here not bad, Baron? That's what I'm thinking. Thinking about a hit up here. 880s. Smack it again. Smack it for a few more shares down there at 870. Now my average is 840. But then I get to the point where it's like I don't really want it up and over the high a day. You know, I start smacking at what I think is backside, and then I don't want to. Scalped at an opening high. I'm gonna leave runners. So now I'm in this at 840. 25. I'm trying to just kick back with it. Now, gotta be patient with it. It's at my average right now, but it's like, what do I want to do here? I mean, it's like, do you want to be taking some off right now and then hitting it again on a pop, or just playing it for the, ride back on down to in the sevens? What's wrong, Michael? All right, give me just a second, guys. Let me set a stop. My kids are needing me for a second. Let me set a stop just in case. The exact thing I don't want to do. Get stopped out up here at 890 maybe. I don't know. Give it a lot of room and then back down to 7. All right, give me a second. Baron, you're saying you could just hang back with this rest of the day? Man, dude. God. K&W's in the 60s. This is the strategy, man. It is the strategy. Wow. Wow. I'm feeling really good, but wish the P&L was showing that. I'm not necessarily looking to predict this thing, back down to 7. I do want to be taking 70% off and leaving a piece. Like, this is where I want it pretty much on most of these trades. I'm up, being up $10 to $15 per trade like this with a max risk of about 20 to 30. With a high win rate, you're going to be seeing more profits than not. But yeah, the risk side, Baron, is what's hard for me. I'm trying to wrap my head around that because I've been stopping out so much. I think I'm on it with the sizing slow because clearly that just worked on HUSA, and I didn't do it on... the K&W. But yeah, any ideas you have, throw them my way, everydaytrading@gmail.com, because yeah, we that's the approach, the shorting methodology you're using. Yeah, commissions will add up quicker, James. But again, it's probably like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 cents a trade. Notice you didn't use hotkeys to short more shares at the open. Increasing the average would have been nice. Yeah, because of the K&W trade. I was like, I don't know if I need to... I want to give this time if it's going to keep squeezing out a little bit more, I'll take it all down here, guys, on this flush into the 70s, 80s. This is what I'm looking for. 840s, 750 to the 760s. I could probably keep looking for screamers and maybe, get to some profit on the day. But I got to take the kids out. We're going putt-putting and whatever. Keeping them entertained and happy in this summer. PLRZ. Man, there were so many good examples today of this working out. Everything worked except me, Baron. That's like the common denominator here. I need to eliminate myself. That's why I've been working on the algo to try to take myself out of the damn picture. HUSA, beautiful. PLRZ, beautiful. K&W, beautiful, other than me. When it's going wild, you'll short some more and get more locates. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let me do it. Like, this was pretty much today, guys. 15 on that, and then 7546, and then take away one of these K&W losses. Clearly that one should have been green because I sized it inappropriately, but take one of those away and we're break even on the day. So I need to not stab at something twice for max loss. If I'm going to have like a $30 max loss on one ticker, I can't do that twice. I cannot give one ticker, can't marry it that much. So a couple things to keep in mind, and then we can start growing this account because I'm ready. And Baron's there, and we're there with him. Couple things to keep in mind. 1 max loss per ticker. Size small, and by God, Kevin, be patient. Do not stop out so quick. Let all the market orders go through. Be okay being red for a little bit of time. And size slow. Size slow. Be patient. Yeah, there we go. Size slow and be patient. The last 2 days, you've had a 98% win rate. Dude, I knew it. I mean, the way you're trading is great. I see the trades. I'm like, man, that Barron that's where I want to be. He's doing really well. That's the trading I miss. I enjoyed the shorts, like scaling into them. But I've always been a little worried about the risk, because when I did that strategy before, I didn't really have risk in mind, and that's why I asked, because I would blow up an account, like oversizing into something like this that pretty much one of these tickers that is a black sheep on the day, the anomaly, it just goes up, to $15, and I'd lose like several weeks worth of gains on that play. So I'm trying to avoid that, but guys, I appreciate you guys that are in here. Emmanuel, is your max daily loss mental or max loss set with CPro? Set with CPro. I tell them, if I'm realized pretty much $50 or more on the day, then don't allow me to trade. And that's just to protect myself from myself. So that way, my green days I can make 1, 2, 3, 400. I don't have a cap on the green days, but the red days I have a cap on. Making sure I can't keep trading. Yeah, Barron's the short seller, Bob. He shorts the Euphoria. Man. I feel so close, dude. I feel there. I feel good. K&W, that was bad. Stopped out at 531 on the second one. Slow and patient. You have a rule that we share. Never lose more in a day that you can make in a day. Yeah, I really don't want to give like a whole week's worth of profits. And I see that with this strategy we're implementing, I see traders do that a lot. They'll oversize and leverage into something and then lose their A's on it if it's not working out. Like, you just don't let your ego trade. If it's not working, make sure you're taking it off. But yeah, the hard stops, man. I got size smaller. It's okay. Even 10, 15 shares on a Husa is okay. Getting in at 920, the thing's at 770 even with 20 shares is $25+. Just keep, doing that on 5, 6, 7 tickers and you're good. And there were a couple good plays today. PLRZ was one of them. K&W was one. Husa was one. Couple screamers that worked out really well. All right, guys. That's paid a little bit of tuition today. I got to size slowly and small. I think the win rate's going up a lot, like Barron. Again, I went back and looked since January 1st, and the strategy I've been trying to trade, which is wait for the backside, I wish it was working for me. But, so my win rate's a lot lower doing that. With this strategy, the win rate goes up a lot, but The problem is the outlier trades. So that's why I'm curious about the stopping out. Yeah, since January 1st, my wins have been. I went back and looked. Have been $20 each, and my losers have been $17 each, with a 45% win rate, which is pretty much break even. Not good. Not good. So that's why I'm like, something's got to change here. Something's got to change. It ain't working out. So that's why we're going back to shorting Euphoria. But breaking apart, like the position size that I want, breaking it apart into like 3 or 4 pieces and being really patient, shorting into the Euphoria. But with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Tomorrow, I'm going to be focused on shorting the Euphoria just like we did today. Taking profits off and slowly sizing into them. You know, if they're still shooting straight up. Man, K&W messed me up. That's messed me up today. It was me, though. I shouldn't have taken the extra trade on it. Take 1 max loss per ticker. And then I was too heavy, too quick on it. Both of those trades, full 100 shares. Just give it like 50 and let it and kick back, dude. The thing's in the 460s now. Just kick back so you're not getting up to your max risk on it. That's the problem. Get up to max risk within seconds. Give it like a ton of room. Mike, you got me a little back. No, yeah, don't. I never shift blame on anybody but the person pressing the button. Yeah, it's nobody's fault at all but mine. But you can get the credit for Husa, though. You can get the credit for that one. All right, guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Green team, love you guys. Thank you for being a part of the journey. Sometimes I don't know why you guys are in here. Why are you guys in here watching me take these L's? Maybe it's a train wreck you just can't avoid. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do see it. Hopefully that light's not a train. Feeling good. I am feeling good. Just gotta widen it out a little bit. So traders, have a great rest of your day. Stay disciplined and patient. Otherwise, any questions, AveryDayTrading@gmail.com. We will see you guys in the morning.